Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube series. I'm Dan Pelly, inspirational speaker for suicide awareness and prevention. And today's video, I'm closing out September. I normally do my videos at night, but I wanted to do one and squeeze one in this morning. And I've been thinking about it the past 3 or 4 days, and I want to get it done before the end of the month. Um, I like to start off by saying, that my theme is that I use in my program, besides statistics and prevention and knowledge, and I'm a practicing Buddhist for the past 9 years, and it's helped my life immensely. This is not to push religion on you, but just to get clarity and things like that, and like everything else we do, work and living and happiness, and whoever faith that we follow, or whatever faith that helps us is all good. If it's good, if it's a good religion, it's helping people, we're for it. But I just want to start off by saying my theme, and it really matters for that person that's suffering on the other side this morning, that they don't want to engage in life, and they feel very isolated. And you're not alone. You're not alone. We're out here in the media world and the internet and cyberspace, and it can be served for a good purpose also. And I hope I'm going to contribute to that, like I've listened to other speakers. But let me just say this to you, regardless of who you are, what religion, what nationality, we all suffer, and we all, we suffer, we have to suffer, we enjoy, we have to enjoy. As long as we're not enjoying ourselves over someone else's suffering, that is not good karma, obviously. But I do want to start off by saying mostly that my theme is the very important thing that I use. And for you, that your life matters. Your life matters. And never give up. I'm going to say it one more time. Your life matters. Never give up. You say, well, Dan, you've had 2 suicide attempts. You were giving up. And the theme of this video is going AWOL on your life. Not saying I was right to do it. I didn't really want to. I'm a go-getter. I was a guy that had leadership. I was a guy that had it all. But we all can get knocked off whatever pedestal we're on, that we think that we're the all in all, and we think that we got it all together. That life will come around, and it will kick us around, and we'll get humble, and we'll learn how to humble out, and we'll learn how to get more balance, and we'll learn how to live our lives and to help others and help ourselves. But this going AWOL on your life, and yeah, the 2 attempts I had in '96 was more serious, and then 2010, and I was going AWOL on my life. I want to give up, I don't want to do it no more. This pressure, I do all this for everybody, everybody. Oh, poor me, the victim, and the pity, and everything that we do to, blame it on someone else, or something that we've done, or we're not looking at ourselves, and anyway, this AWOL on our life, right? It can happen at any time. It can happen at any moment, any time, anything that's going on. We can either go AWOL by running away from our environment. Now look, if you're in a dangerous situation and there's abuse going on, or emotional, physical, whatever it is, you got to change your environment. But still, you got to deal with who you are inside, your own issues, what's going on with yourself, how you deal with yourself, no matter how much money you have, where you run off to, who you run off with. It doesn't change who you are. And we have to deal with our environment for what it is. And it has to be something that, excuse me 1 minute. I know the air conditioner can sometimes override the voice, and you want to shut it down. But anyway, appreciate that. So, when we get down to it, let's talk about this AWOL on our life. And we could do it just for one day, okay? It's okay to back off for a day, rejuvenate. You got to recharge, within your faith, within your eating right, physicalness. We all got these ups and downs that we got to deal with. But, it was wrong for me to go AWOL on my life. It was wrong. Do I forgive myself? Of course, you have to. We're human beings. We have to forgive other human beings for hurting us. We have to forgive ourselves for hurting human beings. We're human. We're going to live in these lower worlds of anger, or things that we get caught into, that we have to rise up and say, you know what? How do I want to live my life every day? What contributions can I make? What character, what am I polishing? You know, am I being self-centered and selfish? Is it all about me and my little unit or my little thing, and I don't reach out to other people and show camaraderie and love? And that doesn't mean you don't draw lines with people, our own kids, family, spouses, and we're getting walked on, matted on, whatever. We draw lines. And if you don't draw lines, you're going to have problems. And I say when, Dan's upset, he's a Buddhist. He should be, he's not as calm as he should be. Well, hey, I'm Dan. I'm not a perfect Buddhist. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm a Buddha with an attitude. And I'm not going to take somebody, and I'm not going to be naive, and do it as tactfully as I can. It's not always one of my best qualities. But at least I'm making the effort to draw the line. You can't be everybody's all in all. You can't be able to explain it all away sometimes. Sometimes you just cut it off. You cut someone off. I'll chant for you. I'll chant that you'll be a better human being. And I'll chant that you're happy. And that's what I can give you. But I don't have to engage with you. Doesn't mean we engage with every single person. We try to win over every single person. Let's win over ourselves first. So getting back to the theme of this video. And I wanted to crank one out before the end of September. I haven't done one in a while. Been very busy in my personal life and, straightening a lot of things out that I needed to straighten out. But feeling good, feeling happy, feeling motivated, feeling I got direction. I'm really happy about starting my YouTube series. A lot of good things going on, And it's about determination and making these efforts and taking that little bit of action every day. But let's talk about that little bit of action. Because I want to talk to that person that's deeply suffering right now. That they feel there's no way out. And they feel I gotta go. I gotta go AWOL. I gotta commit suicide. It's a horrible place to be. The psychological sickness that we're in when we're sick like this does not make us cowards. Okay? When we become cowards is when we don't take action. You gotta take action. You got to have courage. If you don't have that, you're going to be successful. The ideology of suicide, you're going to continue to think about it, but it's a chaotic state, okay? If it's just depression, when it gets clinical, like I was in 96, and never thought in a million years at 39 years old, I would get depressed. Me? A strong guy? Even the strongest can go down. So when we get this perception of it, or the stigma, and we understand it, that, it's a very shameful thing, and people, I'm trying to get away from the shame part. That theory of shame. It's not shameful that we suffer. It's not shameful. Yeah, society, they think, it's a chicken way out, and all this. It takes a lot of balls to kill yourself, first of all, okay? And that doesn't mean you advocate it or you're proud of it. But when it comes down to going AWOL on yourself and giving up on yourself and not saying, I'm valuable, self-love, and I'm my life matters. Your life matters, man. People are depending on you in one way or another. People love you that you don't even know about. People that are around you, you might feel all alone because you're not getting out there, you're not engaging. You're going AWOL, you're staying home every day. You've got to be able to get up. Look, I say these three things in my own wisdom. Nobody's responsible for your well-being. If you're going to sit there like I did, and you're going to you're going to contemplate all alone that you want to check out, nobody's going to stop you. Nobody. You and you alone. For now, I haven't went back there in 6 years. Hopefully I never have a third attempt. And knowing that it's up to me, not someone else, that nobody's responsible for your well-being, nobody's responsible for your life, career, and your taking care of yourself, and definitely nobody's responsible for your happiness. It's up to you. No matter where you go, it's still you're there. And you got to deal with it in a nice place, shitty job. I'm not always in the best position sometimes in my work. And it's not that we begrudge it so much. And we get on to plan B when we need to, but we don't keep begrudging. We don't keep self-loathing. We don't keep saying, poor me. Why keep being the victim? I've been there. But when I realized nobody, like the song says, nobody owes you nothing. It's true. This life don't owe you anything. And if you feel entitled that it does, you're thinking wrong. There's no way, in my opinion, that this life owes you anything. Or anybody owes you anything. What you do owe yourself is to love yourself, to be able to get up in the morning and engage in whatever activity, whatever obstacle that waits outside that door. Good, bad, or indifferent. And if you don't take that attitude on and you don't get into that rhythm in your life, you will stay depressed and you will stay isolated. I know people that are still depressed 15 years down the road in their room and still not hearing anything and not listening. And just going to check the time here. Getting on 11 minutes. I try to keep these at 15 minutes. Plus, I got to go. I got a ton of things to do today. And I try to help these people. Like, when you're going to take action? Because you're going to sit in this room to the day you die. And you want to die like that? You want to die that you didn't contribute? I could have gave more. I got regrets. We want to build it, polish it. No one's perfect. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to act out. You're going to have to apologize for yourself, mostly for your own behavior, and hopefully shed a light on other people. But at least you keep going. See, this is the thing. It's not like, we got to keep going. We got to keep moving. I've had a video about keep moving. But this AWOL, once you decide to run away or check out, kill yourself, well, that's just really, for our karmatic reasons in Buddhism that, you got to start all over again where you left off. Now, if you kill yourself, who wants to start over at the point of killing yourself? We're worth so much more to not go AWOL, not to give up. Not to just say, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm going AWOL. I'm going to walk away from all my family and friends. I'll go AWOL in my life. I'm going to, if you're going to better yourself and all that, but doesn't mean you disengage from people that have loved you all their life, And you stay connected and go try to improve yourself in life, wherever people go. And then the worst thing is going into trying to kill yourself. And the devastation that it causes. And not only do you lose your life and all the energy you've given into this world, you leave a trail of destruction behind you. The people that are left behind that are suffering over you killing yourself. Then we're talking celebrities you see, like a Robin Williams, suffering clinically, You can't really, it's hard to put a finger on all that because we don't know inside his head and people like that. When you get clinical, this is where you get dangerous on yourself. And this is why he ended up like he ended up. And he ended up dead. And it broke my heart to see that. You're a great comic, this is just the person that are in the celebrity. My heart breaks when I hear the person that is not part of the, world out there in that celebrity world that you're known. And they sit alone in silence and nobody is really knowing about them. I suffer more about them than I do, the celebrities getting all the attention, but it's all suffering either way. Junior Seau, putting a gun to himself, doing what he did to himself because he had leakage in his brain from head injury. I cried when I heard it. I'm a linebacker in football 9 years. I had a fondness for the guy. I liked him. He had a good attitude, got 2 lovely daughters. And to sit there, and to sit there in pain and all that, it was just terrible to hear. And I sat in that couch with him because I'd been there. I just wish I could have said to him, your life matters, man. Don't give up. Don't give up, dude. And I'm saying it to you, your life matters. Don't give up. And I want to be able to really resonate in my YouTube series about it. And don't go AWOL. Stay in it, man. Don't go AWOL. Yeah, we could check out for the day in one way, but don't go AWOL and kill yourself. You got a lot of life left. Live it. Live it. Don't go AWOL. Don't run away from things that are hard to deal with. Deal with it and you'll come out the other side a lot happier. And everything will be okay. So I'm going to end with this. I want you to have a winning day. And also, my theme. Your life matters. And never give up. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.